All right, a couple things first. First, I want to thank Alan so much for prompting me and inviting me to do this, to write this piece here. With the further inspiration of doing it in this gorgeous place that actually I really wish that I had come to with Ma while she was physically still with us in the world, because she would have loved it here. Absolutely, and I'm so glad for the opportunity to actually bring her here now. I also got to thank the wonderful Joan Riley. Joan has been a floral designer for the past 20 years who has just recently reacquainted herself or resumed her relationship with the cello, for which I am so grateful for. So grateful for. When I got the email informing me that Joan was willing to, accompany me, I thought, oh God, how perfect. I have this beautiful woman playing music that Ma would absolutely love, who is also a floral designer. And flowers are the crown jewels in the garden of Ma. In memory of Judith Ma Sheehy, my mother, who made everything possible for many, though seldom did so for herself. Like many a brilliant soul, Ma was a complex being, though at the heart of her, at the root of her, was a deep love for family, friends, and gardens. I choose season because, as it goes, for every time there is a season, Ma's begins in autumn. December 12th, 1939, mum's the word. I imagine your life began cold and unaided, falling from your mother's unwelcoming womb. Warmth and welcome seemed to be found thankfully in your father's love, friendship with cousins, affection with few farm dogs. You seldom spoke of those early years on your grandfather's farm, except for cautionary tales told of tempers raised with bloody results. You'd say, you got that from my side. Thankfully for me, that ended in puberty, further aided by sobriety, though yours would run hot, though bloodless, till almost the end. Just a year ago, a story was told of a bus ride, second day going to a new school, a piece of cardboard held by you to clearly mark your space on the shared seat. I think you'd be glad to know that 60 plus years later, he did lose the weight. You, however, never lost your need for precise boundaries. Precision serves you well, I believe, more often than not, although still your mother's garden grows, as did you in smaller yard, suburb, and city dwelling for the most of the rest of your life. Farms returned to for family gatherings or brief visits. Your teen years is shown to me in pictures. One shows you in a stance, perfect pose, perfect jazz hands. Though for the life of me, I don't remember ever seeing you dance. You did share your love of ballet, bringing daughters and friends to see the Moscow Ballet, Nutcracker, the New York Ballet, later into the next season. Fall, garden blooms with moms, diehards, hangers-on to the last shades of green. Into the garden of Ma, we have flowers for all seasons. In the garden of Ma, we have some answers, we have some reasons. The fallow fields make fertile ground, planning for the future. Biding your time, you able mind a place in the big picture. I know. I talked about it. It's always you that I heard. I called him. Oh. No issues. That's a great mayor. No issues. Winter. Forced paper whites, received roses, amaryllis bulbs grow. Who was hobo that called you doll? Reading the words on pet card, I envision you as some gangster's mall. Knowing you like to live it back then, drive real fast. Was he some bad boy? Was he a cherished memory from your past? The card was found with letters you'd written to my dad. Showed me a side of you I'm not sure of. I wish they had. No. Don't get me wrong, I wish you every joy, though you seem so loveless with men. I just hope you had it. Luck, joy, love, at least way back when. Winter, the season of love found and love lost. She said that he didn't want to bring you home, so you two eloped, married to Good Time Jack. The man who could laugh, the man who could dance. You must have danced together. Wish I'd seen that. Back then you hit the clubs, listened to jazz, smoking, drinking. I imagine you laughing, dancing. Then came me. And it all changed. To home with children and cats while husband gone, working road crews week to week at a time, paychecks gone to bar tabs and fines. Soulless when cramped city apartments led to GI Bill financed home of your own. Finally a garden for you to grow what you choose. Your winter garden was slips in glass to pots on windowsills waiting for spring. Friends gathered round yours and theirs, kitchen tables drinking coffee, bourbon, scotch, beers. Really, before George Thorogood, they were drinking that stuff in the kitchen. Talk of I don't know what, I wasn't there to hear. Out playing in woods, fields, long gone now. There was music played on stereos, AM radios, Tchaikovsky to Manjone, Diamond and the Brass did serenade. As the house grew, additions were made. Mother-in-law's inheritance paid. My favorite was the pool. Suddenly I was cool. Splashes heard in the night. If I had seen, probably would have scarred me for life, because who wants to see their parents skinny dipping? Family and friends would gather on the patio where I, 8, 9, 10, played bartender. You hung hammock near where clothesline once stood. For a while, life seemed so good. When ballet lessons attempted to show daughters some grace, sadly neither music or dance had much of a chance with us girls. Pool tables too in the basement would change the second in the next season. Really a different story. This one is yours, told through my eyes. Then came the time, no more denials and no more lies. Blows were not tolerated, he had to go. We tried to mend our long broken home, so your garden grows, as do we three. One more drunk to tend, and that was me. In the garden of Ma, we have flowers for all seasons. In the garden of Ma, we have some answers, we have reasons. The winter garden shows that I am just a guest, here for a short time, before the final rest.
All right.
Two more to go. Spring, crocus, daffodils, hyacinths, tulips, spring. The party began as only the 70s it can. Lifetime would like that story, and afternoon specials that would not be believed. Suddenly, you were free. Daughters now teens. Yeah, Ma, just listen to me. We grew we blew our minds and more. We became a band of roaming misfits making mistakes by the score. I'm forever grateful for those times. You kept it together, rose to every occasion. You wanted to keep an unmanageable bunch safe, though more often than not, it was up to fate. And the angels that got us home sometimes days late. You gave me the strength to survive along with that band of misfits, a place to abide. You began a career using your precise, nurturing, detail-oriented mind. With it, you carried us far. First, one daughter goes off in marriage, the next groomed for college, then divorce cost you your home. Independent at last, back to city apartments, container gardens on windowsills, rooftop herbs and vegetables in pots. For a short time, you were on your own. You needed us when we weren't there. One East Coast, the other West. You didn't tell us. Then back again, here we come. You love having your grandson closer to home. 2 adults, 1 toddler, 1... For 3 months, oh my, that lasted until the holidays went by. As career and savings increased, you finally get the home that no one can take from you. Once again, your garden grows. Spring was your season of changes. In the garden of Mom, we have flowers for all seasons. In the garden of Mom, we have some answers, we have reasons. Spring came with a long pressed burst. Spring ended like a quenched thirst. Maybe it was time in your life you came first. Area, nothing drinks over again. Oh. Summer. There are so many flowers in the summer gardens, morning glories, moonflowers, daisies, black-eyed Susans, coneflowers, peonies, lilies, and more. Summer, your last season. For a time, independent, private contractor, solo gardener, you shaped your life as you expanded your garden beds around a patio that you created. In the first and only home that was truly your own, bank loan paid off in record time. Then one came to stay, gain strength and goals while in your own garden grows oregano, thyme, rosemary, sage, vegetables, not so much. Flowers, fragrant, beautiful, tended with love and tenacity. Then the other comes, meant for just a short time that lasted years. It was here unknown that the cancer took hold. Still residing in peace, neighbors chat over fences. Louis, bless Louis, with plow in winter. But cancer starts to take your family as cousin after cousin. Then your mother succumbs. You fear before you know inside a tumor grows that with your tenacity for your health as well is detected earlier. You beat that little bastard like the weeds you do not tolerate. Clean in 1 year, though you still fear and plan. Your home is just perfect when you give it away. To your grandson and his growing family, you know then that your time is limited. Apartments offer easier access for your body that can no longer tolerate climbing stairs with ease. Your garden is once again pots and small bed with shared patch with another perfect neighbor. And sadly, your most hated apartment. So hated that with less than a year to live, you moved. It was the end of your life and you lived it as you liked. Took care of every contingency. The one advantage you would comment was that you were able to get together with family and friends and say those things you needed to say. Give away those things that you wanted to give. Last wishes were easy, but so very hard on our hearts. And the hardest thing that I have ever done was help you die. In death, Mom, you once again gave me another chance in life. I wonder if you know that your journey continues. Your garden still grows. You've been back to Chesterwood, to the Cape, brought you and Pops to your first dinner together at the Lobster Club. Closing jars. You're in your gardens, in the mountains, also along the pond at the Rockhorn. You're here now. Tell me, Mom, where else would you like to go? In the garden of Mom, we have flowers for all seasons. In the garden of Mom, we have some answers. We have some reasons. Summer ends. Thank you, Joan Riley.